All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. As you can see behind me, we have Eat Sleep Taco's truck. There he is. There's his truck. We're going to be doing a full walk around on this thing today. And as you can see, there's a lot to talk about. Quick disclaimer, there will be separate videos for his front and rear bumper, part of my Armour Spotlight series, so I will go ahead and link to those above, so go ahead and check that out. We will mention them as we get to them walking around, but just tons more detail in those videos. Okay, so just to start off with, this is a 2005 Toyota Tacoma.
2005.
V6, long bed. Oh, 6-speed manual, didn't know that, very cool. Those are getting rare nowadays.
Yeah, that was one of my stipulations when buying it.
You knew you wanted one.
Yep.
All right. And extended cab, obviously, and tons of fun things to talk about. Why don't we start with Armour? And if I remember correctly, you got all your Armour from All Pro Off-Road, right?
Yeah, that's the one.
No, oh no, Mobtown, that's what it is. Okay, I knew I was close.
Yeah.
All right, so as I mentioned before, we just did a few videos separately covering your whole front and rear bumper. We've got some sliders right here. These are Mobtown also.
Yep, these are Mobtown weld-on.
Okay, very nice.
See, they're very well used.
That means they're doing their job.
Yeah, I really need to repaint these things. But I went with weld-on because they're cheaper, and then they also...
And you know how to weld.
Yeah, I know how to weld. I didn't weld these on. They'd probably just snap off on my first break.
Not a good thing for sliders.
Yeah, no, I had them weld them on. They did a great job. It only took them an hour or so.
Nice.
But yeah, I went weld-on because it's cheaper.
Yeah, they are like the weld-ons, no matter what slider, they're always like $200 cheaper than the bolt-ons. I guess because shipping.
Well, that
I don't even know.
You have to get the frame plate like laser cut or CNC cut or whatever.
Oh, okay.
So more
to line up exactly. Whereas weld, you could put a weld the whole length.
Little feet that you weld on, and that's it. And they're
very cool.
Just as strong.
And you can see you got the kick out in the back. Look at that, plenty. It sticks out at least 3 inches on the straight part in the back. I don't know, 5 or 6. So
yeah, that has saved me a few times. There's been a couple times where I've slid sideways into a tree, and this saved me from damaging the actual truck.
I have very similar stories for my truck, but it's usually just involving like parking lots with shopping carts.
Angry mothers.
Yeah, definitely. So that's awesome. Nice solid sliders.
Yes.
And it's going to be kind of hard to show, but you do have full Mobtown skids. Let me get under here and see what we can see. And yeah, there's all the skids. And just to mention it, you did recently reroute your exhaust to get this fit, because you guys all know, if you haven't seen it, I don't know why Toyota designed it on this, but on the V6s, the exhaust hangs down, what, 2 or 3 inches below the cross member.
Right.
You know, robbing you of clearance right there. So he had his rerouted, tucked that up. I will go ahead and put a picture up on the screen right now so you can see what the rerouted exhaust looks like. So you can see he's got the front IFS skid, trans skid, or trans skid, and then the transfer case back here is very nice.
All steel, all 3/16 steel. The front two are reinforced, which
super strong.
Again, has saved me. Even when I took off my transmission skid the other day, it was kind of bowed upwards a little bit. So without those reinforcements, it would have looked like a Taco.
You probably would have been stranded on the trail, maybe. Yeah,
probably.
Very nice. Yeah, if you guys have never like slipped off a rock and landed directly on your skid, even knowing the skid's there, you still pucker up a little bit, but it's definitely a good feeling knowing the skid can take the hit. So I did a separate video on, Armour recommendations. As far as under truck Armour, steel all the way. I wouldn't even mess with aluminum just for that reason.
No, I've known a couple people now that have gone aluminum and regretted it and switched to steel, just because at least on the East Coast it's very rocky. Yep. So aluminum just does not hold up quite as well. It's better as a just in case.
Considering what the skids under here are protecting, if you break that stuff on the trail, that could be your worst nightmare. So I wouldn't even mess with it. Plus aluminum, they're always a couple $100 more expensive when you're talking about a full set. So.
Right, maybe 100-pound weight savings overall.
Yeah.
All right, so for wheels, they're actually OEM Toyota wheels that came on early model Tundras and Sequoias. Yep. 17-inch, 7.5-inch wide.
Look great on the Tacoma, by the way.
Thanks. I painted them black.
Okay, I was going to say, I don't remember them coming in black, so I know you did that.
I painted them black. I've got 1.25-inch spider track spacers on there to help clear these tires.
These are 295s?
Yep. So these are 295 7017 Cooper MTPs.
Very nice.
And I've had them on here for maybe 2 months now. A few wheeling trips with them, and I absolutely love them. Pretty decent.
Haven't failed you yet?
Nope. Pretty decent on-road manners.
Yeah, they look great.
They're noisy.
Yeah, you gotta. That's one of the things getting into it. So.
Exactly, but they're very bearable.
You're gonna rotate them every 5K miles, keep them
Bring
long
in the
as
spare,
possible.
too.
Yeah, he does have a full-size spare in the back, which he'll rotate in. You can see hanging off the swing-out bumper right there. So, yeah, those wheels look great. I'm surprised I don't see more guys running those. I don't know, maybe they're harder to get than.
I mean, you could buy like that one right there was like, I bought that one new because I couldn't find a fifth one. I think it was only like 120 bucks.
Nice.
And they're aluminum alloy, they're light. I painted them black. I mean, as you can see,
Little road rash?
I beat them up in the rocks a little bit, but it makes it easy just to touch them up. I don't want to take a nice expensive wheel out on the trails, personally.
All right, up next, everyone's favorite part, the suspension. So I see some old man emu under here.
Yep, so for upper control arms, I'm running JBA.
Okay.
I really like them because they're fixed caster, there's no adjustability, but they're easy to maintain, pretty inexpensive. Everything about them I like.
And they come in red?
They come in.
That's kind of cool.
They come in powder coated red or bare steel, same cost. So that's odd.
Nice. Yeah.
And then for coilovers, I have Old Man Emu, the 90,000 struts or shocks, which are meant for the stiffer coils, and then 886 coils.
Yeah.
Just to handle all of the weight.
I was gonna say, gotta have 886s with this bumper, winch, the line, all
winch
that.
with steel line, steel skids.
You'd be low riding without it.
Yep, I'm a few 100 pounds heavier at the front. So
I've got the 887s right now, but I don't have a bumper yet. So when I do, I'll probably jump up to 886 because if you have the 886s without any extra weight, it'll probably be a little rough up front.
Right, and if you have the weight with the wrong coils, it also rides rough because I had 884s on here first, and over every speed bump I was nose diving like crazy. Once I swapped on the 886s, it was a night and day difference.
Yeah, very cool. Okay, and in the back, it looks like you might be running exactly what I'm running. So I see the Bilstein. Is that the extended travel?
Yeah, so these are the B1110s. So got good extra bit of droop. And then I have the old style cars because they recently came out with the new ones. These are the old ones with an add leaf.
Standard and heavy duty now. Yeah, I got mine right before they switched these, so I've got the same ones.
Yeah, I bought these second hand, but so far they've been holding up great.
They squeaking on you?
Nope.
Oh wow, I think you might be the only person.
The whole time I've owned it.
I hit mine with fluid film every now and then. They're not squeaking at all, but a little preventative.
That's good.
Yeah.
And then I modified my rear bump stops so that way I limited up travel by an inch. Otherwise I would bottom out my shocks all
Okay, you added that. Did you just weld that on?
I welded that on. It's not pretty.
Hey, that works.
But it works.
Yeah, it does its job. It doesn't have to be pretty back there.
Yep.
So. Very cool. Now, are you considering a U-bolt flip kit at some point?
I am. That will happen eventually, as well as better bump stops. Then I can get rid of this nasty thing. But for now,
it's working.
It's working, yep.
Very cool.
And I've got extended brake lines too, plus 4 inches.
Oh yeah, got to get the extended brake lines if you're running the extended travel Bilsteins with the Dakar, because I'm getting 4 inches of lift out of mine. I mean, I don't have a cap like you, and that would have pulled the stock ones right out. So.
Oh yeah.
Definitely get those. I think they're only like $50 too.
Yeah, they're not much. Even with this at full droop, there's
plenty of slack.
Just a little bit of slack. So without them, you'd be screwed.
Yeah. Again, that's a simple thing people often ignore, and that can easily, strand you on the trail.
That can ruin your day. Yep.
Going, it's always easy to go down the hill, but stopping at the bottom is the hard part. So,
important.
Yeah. All right, as you guys can see, he does have a full cap on here. Is this ARE or?
I don't remember. I think it's
It looks
Lear.
like the thing popped off here.
Yeah,
so.
I think it's Lear. I bought it second hand.
Okay. Did it come painted, or did you have to do that?
It came white.
Nice. That's always a headache.
Cap on here, but I swapped because it was white. It was cheap.
Yeah.
And I like the side doors. It's actually designed for a regular cap, which is why there's kind of a gap right here. But after a week of ownership, I didn't even notice it. On both sides, we have side
easy
doors.
Access.
Yep.
Now, do those stay up by themselves? They're gonna hit me in the head?
They should.
Okay.
I'll hold it. This one's missing a strut right here.
Okay.
I need to add that back in. It's a cheap, easy fix. I don't know why I haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
The other side stays up though, but it still works for
where you chain grab your stuff.
Grabbing stuff.
Very nice.
Yeah. So.
You got this off Craigslist or something like that, or?
Tacoma.
Okay.
I actually had to drive down to North Carolina.
Hey.
It was like 6 hours each way. Threw my dog in the truck, left at 5 a.m. and just went to driving.
Installed it there and drove back?
Yep, I drove down there with my black cap on. We did a little three-way meetup, sold the black cap, put this one on, and everybody was happy.
Nice, because if you guys don't know, if you're interested in caps, if you want a brand new one, they usually start around $1,500, and they get crazy expensive if you want, LED lighting included, all that stuff.
Right.
So
It's
check
crazy.
Craigslist, check Tacoma World, save yourself a ton of money you can spend elsewhere. So
Right.
those things get expensive
Yeah,
fast.
I wouldn't buy new.
Yeah. And on the top, it looks like you have a full Prinsu setup. So we've got the cab rack for the extended cab, which I've heard is a pain in the ass to install because apparently there's no tutorials or...
Yeah, you have to drill 12 holes in the roof.
But you don't for the
But you do
four
not
door.
for the double cab.
Why,
No, the
why do
double-
they do that?
The double cab comes with threaded inserts from the factory. This one does not. But I like the fact that there's even an aftermarket roof rack available.
Yeah, that's good.
So
And
if
they
you
do
want
look
drill-
wicked. Let me show a side shot real quick. They do look wicked on the extended cab there.
Yeah. And again, I got that one used too. Heck of a deal. 250 bucks.
Oh, wow. That's nice because those are usually, I mean, now, I don't know if it's because like the tariffs, but the price on these has gone up $100 in the past month or so.
Yeah,
so
these are like $500-600 bucks now.
yeah, the one for the 4-door, it's $650
Cool.
plus shipping. So it's about, you're looking
Yeah.
at about $750, I would
That's a lot of
guess.
money.
So, and you've got the cap rack back there also, Prinsu.
Yep, the cap rack. So this is actually a contractor cap. So it's got a reinforced roof, and it did not come with the rails like most caps do.
The rails on the top there.
Right. So
okay.
a lot of roof racks, if you're gonna, or a lot of caps, if you're gonna mount a roof rack, have plastic rails up top to help distribute the load. Since this one's a reinforced roof or cap, I didn't really need it, so I just drilled 8 holes straight through the roof, bolted
Nice.
it through, and it's been working
Solid.
good.
Yeah. And when you go camping or get off road, you put some stuff up there, latch it down.
Yeah,
you know,
so
recovery boards.
I have kayaks I'll throw up there.
Okay.
Kayak holders.
Nice.
Use it to transport plywood, metal tubing, whatever. I've used it a handful of times. It's extremely handy.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And this is one of your newer additions, right?
Right. So
Look
the
at
fridge
that.
is
It's not
pretty
even
new.
dirty yet.
I know. So I've had that for a couple months now.
Is there a beer in there right now?
There's not. I should have though. That would have been a good idea.
Take 2? No.
So back
Okay.
here we got the Mobtown reinforcement plate.
Nice. That's another thing I need to do. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah, it's also, I mean, it helps beef it up, which is nice, but I
Yeah.
mostly got it for camping.
Yeah.
Nice smooth surface.
Yeah, it
for
is smooth.
cooking.
It's completely flat.
Right. And then I also have their
Tailgate cap.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The tailgate cap. 2 separate pieces, but
Solid.
doesn't make it too much heavier, but it's very beefy.
What would you estimate the weight for the tailgate part and the cap? Like
These 2 things combined, maybe 15 pounds.
Oh, really? That's not too bad
20
at all.
pounds.
Yeah.
I mean,
Definitely worth it to
yeah.
beef that thing up.
Yeah. Agreed.
Okay.
And so then I have a fridge. I have the Dometic 40.
On a
fridge
slide,
side,
it looks
yeah.
like. Very cool. Look at that.
So
And what does this hold? Like how many cubic feet? Oh God, that feels
approximately
good.
40 liters, give or take nothing.
Very cool.
I actually haven't had to fill it to the brim yet. I've used it just for day trips off road, throw some sandwiches and drinks in there, whatever. Haven't gone camping with me yet, but I'm very excited. I wired in a constant hot cigarette lighter right there.
Okay.
And it's straight to the battery, so that way whenever I want to turn it on, I can.
Without
Ready
the
to
truck
go.
being on.
Exactly. Don't
Yep.
need the truck on. Nothing.
Now, do you have a dual battery setup yet, or is that
No,
coming?
So up front, I have the Optima 31M.
Okay.
Top.
Okay.
It's a giant battery. It's like 60 pounds. I have it in a Pelfrey-built battery cage. It's built in the stock location, stock wiring fits and everything like that. And it's just a very beefy upgrade to handle this, as well as the winching.
Very
Because
cool.
the winch draws a lot of power.
Yeah. Hopefully, you're not using it all the time.
I try not to.
Yeah. And it looks like you built some slide-out shelves right here, plywood, and
Yeah, so I originally
2x10s or
because I didn't have a place to put my full-size spare. So the back half, I'll show you.
oh, very cool.
It's one giant compartment back there, and that used to house my spare. Now I use it for camping gear.
Yep.
Fits chairs, cots, everything like that.
Yeah.
And then this, I have full of tools.
Everything.
I have
you keep these in here all the time.
all the time.
Yep.
That's why I made sure everything's always locked up.
Yeah.
And I added the padlock because this is like $1,000
Yeah.
worth of tools and recovery gear. I have straps back here,
Everything. Yeah.
chainsaw, a couple impact guns, shackles,
Breaker bar.
breaker bar. Pretty much all my tools live in here.
Very nice.
ARB tire repair kit. It's not on slides or anything. It just slides on the bed. It if you're not expecting it, it's pretty heavy.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah.
But once you get used to it, it's not too bad.
So when you go camping, do you sleep on right there, or do you bring a tent you put on the ground, or what do you do?
I have slept back there before.
Uh-huh.
It's not my favorite because
Yeah.
once you get the sleeping pad in there and everything, there's just barely any headroom.
I was gonna say your
So-
feet sort of dangle out because you're like what 5'10", 5'11",
Yeah, I'm
or
6 foot.
Okay.
And so I mean, I can fit in here fine with the tailgate up and everything like that, but it's just not the greatest.
not your number one option.
No, it's a backup.
Yeah.
But so normally I just sleep in a cheap Coleman ground tent,
Yeah.
and hasn't failed me yet.
Any plans on getting a rooftop tent at any point, or?
I actually owned a rooftop tent
Yeah.
for about a couple months. I had it, didn't like it. Used it a few times, didn't like it. Turned around, sold it for what I bought it for. Actually made $1 on it.
There you go.
So, bought
What
stickers.
didn't you like about it? Just like because you left it on all the time, maybe the drag, or?
Yeah, so there's a couple things. So like, first off, rooftop tents are great depending on the user. For me,
Right.
it didn't work.
Yeah.
So I had a soft shell rooftop tent. It was like 2 to 3 person.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like having it up all the time because of the weight.
Yeah.
I felt it off road. I felt the drag. Setting it
Top
up,
heavy,
it's
know.
very top heavy.
Yeah.
Setting it up wasn't quite as easy as I had expected it to be. Everybody on the forums, in my
Like,
opinion,
2 minutes.
Yeah, they're like,
Yeah.
2 minutes setup, and then you're drinking a beer.
Not really in real life.
Not in my experience. It
Yeah.
took me the same amount of time to set that up as it would just
ground
a little
tent.
basic ground
Yeah.
tent. So that, I have a big dog. There's no way
Yeah.
he was getting up there. So, climbing up the ladder was terrible. I hated it. So
If it's raining or icy, or
yeah.
Okay.
So I had an annex that I set up with it too, which was nice to like. You could enter the tent from the annex, get out of the rain. Again, it was a nice tent.
Yeah.
Not for me.
I'm back and forth on if I want to get a rooftop tent or just a decent ground tent, or
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just sort of holding off right now unless I stumble upon a deal that's too good to refuse.
That's smart.
Because if you buy one brand new, they start a decent one. They're like at least 1,000. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Mine was 1,200.
Yeah.
And that was on sale.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah.
And then I also like being able to set up camp and then drive away.
Yeah. You don't have to break everything down. Hold on, guys. I'll be there in a second.
Right. Exactly.
Okay.
Which I've done a couple times. Again, not everybody does that.
Yeah.
For me, wasn't a good fit.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much it for the bed. High lift, 60-inch high lift mount there. Haven't had to use it. I don't want to use it. I prefer the OEM bottle jack, but it's there if I need it.
Better to have it, not need it, than to need it, not have it.
Exactly.
So. Now I do notice you don't have any of the bed stiffeners yet. Are you planning on adding those soon? You do have weight with the cap. You go off road a lot. You get that flex action. Gonna separate, or?
I plan on building some.
Okay.
Eventually, because I have a little welder. I like doing little projects. It wouldn't be very difficult to make.
Oh yeah.
I just need to do it.
Mm-hmm.
This side would be easy. This side I'll have to figure something out. I haven't given it any thought yet. But
Just raise this up an extra,
yeah,
half
put those
inch
1-inch
probably.
seat spacers underneath.
Seat spacers would work.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
probably don't need them because you're taller, but man, those things feel great for me.
I bet.
I feel like a giant.
No, any higher in there. Like I even had to do the rear view mirror relocate to push it up because it was in my way.
Yeah. Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so before we start talking about what's going on in the engine bay, I would like to point out there are other Tacomas that have dirty engine bays, not just mine. So do with that what you will. It makes me feel good because people always rag on me for my filthy engine bay.
I figure, what's
Yeah.
the point?
Well, yeah.
Clean it every once in a while.
If my engine bay was spotless all the time, people would rag on me for not ever leaving the mall parking lot.
Right,
So,
there's no winning.
damned if you do,
sometimes.
damned if you don't.
Exactly.
All right, so you got a lot of stuff going on under here, underneath the dirt, of course.
Yeah. So we'll start over
yeah,
here.
okay.
I have a 60-watt PA speaker.
Very nice. Nice and loud. Get people's attention in traffic around here.
Yep, it's pretty loud. I have it wired to a little amp inside the truck. Use the PA off of my CB radio.
Now,
So-
for these, because that's a cool idea, are they completely water resistant, or to a certain degree?
Yeah. So
never
now
have any
it's-
issues?
It's meant for outdoors.
Very cool.
So and it was cheap. It was like $15 or $20. So I'm
Okay.
not too worried if it breaks. But
Yeah,
so
you
far
can
it's been
swap
held
it
up
up.
fine. I've been in some deep water, mud holes, and it's been good.
Very cool.
Yeah, and then right here I have the ARB dual air compressor
Super jealous.
mounted on a SLE off-road bracket.
Okay, I was going to say if the bracket came with it, that's
No,
pretty
so
cool.
that was an extra like $120 or so.
Worth it
but
for a clean install, right?
Extremely
Yeah,
worth it. Because
super
I was going
easy.
to try and maybe fabricate something like the off-road trucks. They don't have this right here,
Right.
and so they have it easy. Me, not so much. So I bought this just to save myself the headache. Installed it. Pretty straightforward. Everything bolts up. It relocates the power steering reservoir down to here.
Okay, I don't know if that's going to come up on camera, but it's all super easy to do.
Yeah, super easy. Instructions are easy. Took me a couple hours,
Okay.
maybe, and just have it go into a
Yeah.
18-inch braided steel line. this little rubber connector
Just
on it.
pop that up and
Yep.
plug in and
This
good to go.
is I don't know, that's at Home Depot. It's meant for like a furniture foot or something. I don't know.
Want to see something funny real quick?
Perfectly.
I think that's the exact same thing I have over here. I think the one I have is a little bigger on the end of my high lift jack to keep the water out of it.
Oh, nice.
I painted it black because it came like in white, so
Yeah.
I think it's the same exact thing.
Probably is. I just went to Home Depot and wandered around the aisles. And
It's like a bottom chair leg
came in a pack of 4.
scratch guard. Yeah.
Yep, it's the same thing.
Okay.
So yeah, I use that. I have the ARB air hose, and I just use a
Braided steel.
Yeah, I use a super basic little chuck for filling up. I've tried 3 separate fillers that have the gauge built into it. All 3 of them failed for different reasons.
Huh.
So I went to just a little $3 basic chuck and a separate PSI, like tire pressure checker. Works great. No leaks.
nice.
Fills up quick. I can't complain. I can fill up all of these tires from 15 PSI to about 35 or 40 in about 10 or 11 minutes.
Nice.
All 4 tires.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah. So then over
It's one
here.
of those things that's annoying if you're having to do that by hand. You're like, I gotta air down, air back up. You just want to go home because you're tired.
Exactly.
You know?
I used to have a little Viair 88P compressor, which is great.
Yeah,
It's awesome little compressor for the money.
but not compared to that.
But
this
not-
is
not compared to that.
considerably more expensive,
Oh
but
my
worth
God,
every
yeah.
penny.
I got it on a Black Friday sale, and even then, with the mount, it was almost $700.
Yeah.
For everything. It
But-
hoses everything. Worth it though.
All right, big beefy battery over here.
Big beefy battery, Optima 31M blue top, along with the Pelfrey battery cage.
You said that weighs 60 pounds, right?
This battery weighs
Don't
60.
throw your back out
60
putting that in there
pounds.
if you guys go that route.
Yeah, so I am checking my fender every once in a while to make sure there's no cracks forming or anything like that, just from the weight of it getting bashed around off road.
Does that happen?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Yeah, like
you have
some
to be like
people-
dune jumping or what?
Well, it's just from all the weight, because some people will put dual batteries up here in this stock spot.
Oh.
And it's just a lot of weight on this thin sheet metal.
Yeah, that's
And
too much
so-
weight on the driver's side anyway, because
Exactly.
you got you, the driver, the battery, and the gas tank. All 3 heavy things you don't have on the passenger side. I'd do the second
Yeah, a
battery
lot
over
of
there
people
just to
will
help
put it over
distribute.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I went with this here. What I didn't realize while researching, I thought this cage was necessary to get the battery to fit. It's not.
Mm-hmm.
The stock holder, one of the J hook on this side is a hair too short,
Mhm.
but you can just get aftermarket ones
Just a little
for
longer.
$10 on Amazon, a little bit longer, and it'll hold it here just fine. So if you want to get the cage, awesome. If not,
Skip the
save
hooks.
yourself $100.
Yeah, because those aren't cheap. I've never seen
No.
those cages less than $50.
No, this is on sale for like 90.
Yeah, they look cool though.
It looks cool. It's rock solid.
Yeah.
But I hope I don't have to remove my battery anytime soon.
Yeah, because you got like what four
there's
extra bolts,
and like
Yeah.
getting them to line up and threaded was a pain. Yep, and then that's really it for under here. I do need a fuse panel at some point
Yeah.
because this is kind of messy, but that's lower on my priority list just because I don't plan on adding any more electrical anytime soon.
Yeah.
So
Good to have when you need it.
yeah,
I got the Power Trays one, and it goes right there, fits perfectly, super clean install, and it has
Yeah.
like a leg that goes down and attaches to the fender well, so it doesn't
For
vibrate
support.
at all. But I'm getting ready to install an oil catch can, which I'm
Mhm.
thinking I'm going to put on the inside of that support leg, so it'll be under
tucked up
the
underneath.
tray.
Oh, that's cool.
So that'll be make the install a little more involved because most people just put the catch can like on the side right
over
there.
here in
So
these holes.
I'll be doing that soon, but yeah. Okay, so we do have some aftermarket headlights and tail lights.
Yeah, so they're aftermarket. I don't remember what they were. They came with the truck.
Hmm.
The driver's side, when I bought it, was very fogged up. So, you know all about that.
I have never had any issues ever with headlights fogging up. I don't know. I don't care what anyone says.
So they were fogged up. So Maryland, you have to get an initial safety inspection, and part of the reason
that'll cause you to fail?
was condensation.
Any condensation or like
Any
considerable?
condensation. I don't know.
wow.
It was a lot. So what I
Jeez.
did, I pulled them apart and resealed them with new butyl, and I
Mhm.
figured while it's apart, might as well paint it.
Might as well. You're already
So
there.
I did the black headlight mod, resealed it.
Very cool.
I still get some condensation under super, super heavy rains, but as you can see, it clears out.
Yeah, it
pretty
dries out
easily.
quickly.
Not a big deal. I painted the grill, came with the chrome one, used some cheap, generic white all-in-one
Yeah.
paint primer from Home Depot.
I don't know why
Close
Toyota
enough.
throws so much chrome on their trucks. No,
Yeah.
I don't. I'm pretty sure no one likes chrome anymore, unless it's on like an old muscle
Very
car.
few people.
Yeah, the vast majority would prefer body matched or black or whatever.
Something,
Yeah,
anything else. Yeah, so I painted that.
yeah, it looks good.
These body plugs. I'm proud of these things.
Those look cool.
These
You
took
did
me-
those.
I made these. These took way too long.
Well, they look great.
Thanks. So I removed the flares just because I thought I would. Thought I'd give it a shot. See how I like to look.
Yeah.
And so these are stock, like red Toyota body plugs. I cut off the top, sanded it down, filled it with Bondo, sanded it down again.
2 weeks later.
Primed it, painted it, clear coated it,
Oh.
and I put black neoprene washers behind all of them.
Oh,
I'm very
good.
happy with how they came out. It took me like 7 hours of time.
Well, I always see people running around with their fenders off, whether they, you know, trimmed to fit bigger tires or just whatever, and they never plug the holes.
I don't think it looks good.
Yeah, I mean,
I think it just looks
I'm sure this was a
unfinished.
lot of work. It was a pain in the butt, but I mean, look, it looks great. It really, you can tell the line of the truck even back there. It's just
Yeah.
one of those touches that, you know,
Yeah.
goes a long way, I
Little
think.
things.
I mean, when those holes are plugged, you almost forget that you don't even have an antenna attached right now. So
Yeah, I
that
didn't know antenna
trail
mod
damage?
off-road one time. Yeah, I got home and I just realized it was
Yep.
missing.
I bent mine one of the first times I went off-road, and it was just bent like 10, 15
The stock
degrees. Yeah, because it sticks up to the roof
5
line,
feet.
so it's like I had time to get a stubby. So
Yeah,
And
I had a sort of stubby. It was like this tall, but even then I lost it. So
it's
I
slowly come unscrewed and fall off.
I
somewhere.
guess so.
Yeah.
I use Spotify anyways. I never listen to the radio, so I haven't
I don't
cared enough
either,
to
yeah.
replace it. I just don't care.
And you got some comm antennas on the top there.
Yeah, so the one in the back, I have a 4-foot CB whip. It's an NMO mount, so I drilled a couple holes in my roof. And then up front is
Sketchy.
I
Any
know.
leaking on the inside?
Nope.
Plenty of silicone? More than
No,
you think you
zero
do?
silicone.
Wow.
So the way the mount's designed, it has a rubber O-ring, and then the antenna itself on the base has a rubber O-ring.
Nice.
And
Eliminate
so-
all that.
Exactly. But when I'm not off-roading, I don't want to drive around. Oh shit. So when I'm not off-roading, I don't want to drive around with this giant antenna. I
Right.
want to get on everything. So
you
they
got a
make
cap.
these little caps, yeah, which also have rubber O-rings.
Yeah, so you can just
So-
take it off, screw that
Yeah,
down.
exactly. Take it off, put it back on.
Yeah, I would imagine that would slap around in parking garages around here.
It slaps
you know.
on everything, even
Yeah.
off-road. You just hear constant twanging.
Just from the wind?
No. Just from smacking into trees and everything like that. But yeah, and then in here, I have the black.
Pretty cool.
The black one is the CB. That mess of red is the aux cable for my PA system.
Okay.
I need to tuck that up in there. And then the handheld is my ham radio. So if I want,
cool.
I just use it as a handheld. If I need more range, I have this external antenna that I can screw into the top of that and accomplish the same thing, a little more range.
I gotta get some comms going in my truck. I might hit you up on that because I have no idea what I'm doing, or you know,
Yeah,
like
it's
which
not-
one's the best one to get?
it's-
You know, just for a basic setup, so I can talk to people and you know.
Right. Yeah, you can get a basic setup for like $80.
Yeah, that's
very
good.
easy, and like being able to talk on the trail
Oh yeah,
is
it's golden.
It's a huge difference. It makes it a lot more fun. Makes
Yeah.
you kind of feel like you're a little more together.
Oh yeah.
So far I only have one other person I convinced to get a ham license because I do have my license,
Mm-hmm.
and I got Tyler to get his too. So he has the same radio. We talk. It's great.
Very cool.
But anytime I go out with anybody else, they all use CB.
Yeah.
So we switch to
So
CB.
you got that too.
I prefer ham though, much more clear.
Yeah.
And then back here,
Got the dog tray.
Exactly. So I'm not fitting any humans back there. And I have
You could
big
cram a
old-
few people back
Yeah,
there.
Maybe.
Probably 5 of me would fit back there. So you know.
So I've got a big 80-pound greyhound,
Oh wow.
and he likes his space. So I'll throw his bed back there and a toy or two, and he
Good to
loves
go.
it. He fits back
Yeah.
there, no problem. Yep.
Got some more stuff underneath.
Yeah, so
for
I've
camping
got
and
jumper cables right there.
oh yeah, good.
I've got first aid kit, a bunch of just like little miscellaneous things tucked up underneath there. I have my fire extinguisher mounted over there. You probably can't see that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got an exterior mounted on my bed rack. I'm gonna do some kind of interior thing. Maybe like that, or I'll probably do the pillar right by the driver's seat. I've got like a strap to do that. So,
That'd be nice,
Because
yeah.
I've got the full seats in the back.
Right.
I don't have them in right now. I took those out for something, so.
Surely.
Yeah. Well, it started off something small and it snowballed, and I was like, now all my seats are out. So I vacuumed yesterday because there was like all this stuff back there, probably 5 pounds of gravel. It's
Oh
like,
my
where did all
God.
this come from? But
What the heck?
it looks good for now.
That's funny.
Yeah. No, I got some sound deadening material I'm gonna put back there. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And that was a quick and dirty setup because Anthracite Adventure outdoor area,
Mhm.
off-road park, require a fire extinguisher.
Yeah.
So I just threw that back there just to have it.
Well, anyway, if you're going off road, or you know, if you're racing on the street, you should have a fire extinguisher.
Agreed. I had one.
Yeah.
I had it mounted in my my drawer,
Mhm.
but I wanted something more accessible because then if
More the merrier.
I'm not gonna be able to run back there, open up the swing out,
Yeah.
open up everything, get the fire extinguisher out. Much more accessible, out
Yeah.
of the way. It doesn't move around or anything.
Yeah, give you some peace of mind. I mean, it's not like if your truck is on fire, the whole thing, obviously that's not going to
No.
put it out. But if you catch something quick, or you know, see someone on the side of the road, you can stop smaller fires. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Funny story, quick story. I was coming back from off-roading one time, and there was a Cracker Barrel, and the bush out front was on fire. We were driving by, we see smoke, I'm like, this bush is on fire. People standing
Sounds biblical.
Yeah, people were standing around just looking at this bush on fire.
Yep,
So I was
still
like,
on fire.
I was like, I got a fire extinguisher. Cool. I pull up, get the fire extinguisher out, and some guy was like, hey boy, that ain't gonna do nothing. I was like,
we'll see.
well, it's a fire extinguisher. This is a fire. I was like, you know, whatever.
Can't make it worse,
and
right?
drove away. Yeah, I was like, save that for a different time. I was like, oh, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever, man.
That's funny. Did it work?
What, the fire extinguisher?
Yeah,
I didn't even try it.
Oh, he convinced you.
He was just like,
man.
save it. I'm like,
It would have worked, I think.
I think it would have worked.
That's
It
funny.
was a little
Yeah,
push.
because the ones they have like that are automotive, they're good for like what, wood, gasoline, grease fires.
ABC fires.
Yeah, because there's certain stuff like you don't want to throw water on a grease fire because it spreads it. But water's good for wood. But these fire extinguishers are
good for everything.
Yeah, electrical, universal now. So
yeah,
probably would have worked on the bush. I'm guessing.
It probably would have worked on the bush. But
that old timer.
We'll never know.
Yeah.
Just gotta go check it out. Light bush on fire, man.
Not here by the military base,
No,
but maybe
not-
somewhere else.
No.
Yeah.
Got
it for the interior?
So I got this, the RAM system.
Oh yeah, yep, those are great.
Yeah, so that one, the guy's not making them anymore. He only made them for like a couple months.
You mean like where it specifically mounts? Or?
Right, so you can see right here, all it is this little piece of black aluminum.
Just on the side of the
on each
AC.
side.
That's cool.
So the guy doesn't make them
I've
anymore.
seen those.
Yeah, because the other alternative is the tech deck, which comes up here.
Yeah,
but
that's
these
like
were cheap.
$100.
Yeah, these were $30.
Cool.
So I got that, threw it on, and then he just kind of fell off the face of the earth. So I used that to hold all my stuff.
That's something I would imagine tons of Tacoma people would buy.
Agreed. A lot of people were in his thread like, I want to buy this. I don't know. I don't stop paying attention.
Yeah.
Then I got the review mirror relocate. Just shoves it up 4 inches or so. Gets that on my line of sight.
Yeah. Why does that? I don't think the later second gens hang down that far, but why does that hang down so far? That's
no
great.
clue. It gets dangerous at a stop sign intersection.
Yeah,
looking
blocks
to my right.
exactly where you're looking.
Yep.
You know.
Can't see the people to my right. So that was one of the first things I did. I had this aftermarket backup camera. There's a screen in the mirror.
Cool.
Saved me from having to buy a whole new head unit because with the swing out backup camera is pretty crucial.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and then I got some patches.
Of course, anything you hit will be destroyed. So you know.
Exactly, just run over everything.
And you got a good patch collection going up here.
I got a few, yeah. I still need to get my Tacomaholic one up there.
Yeah, God, I should have brought one. I'll bring it next time.
Yeah. And then I have a URD short throw shifter, which
Whoa,
yeah.
very
So
nice.
normally they're like $150. I got it for $30 on Craigslist.
Craigslist.
I don't know
man.
how I'm finding all these deals. Partly David, he finds me all these deals.
He's the Craigslist master.
He's the Craigslist king. So like,
he's like, I don't want this, but I know someone else does.
exactly. So like, that's first, and then just down to second. It cuts it in half. Normally
cool.
it's double that. It makes a huge difference. Driving's a lot nicer.
I'm gonna cut that. When you're living your life a quarter mile at a time for those 37 seconds or less, you're free.
Exactly. Although in this truck, quarter mile will probably take me like 3 minutes.
Yeah. Tacoma's not known for their acceleration or power, especially once you start adding all this armor like you're doing. Gosh.
Yeah. So I added it up. Rough guesstimation.
What's the weight?
1,100 pounds over stock.
So what's stock weight on this?
Stock is like 39, I think.
That's not too bad, really,
So
considering because I know that's got to be 200 pounds for your rear bumper alone.
So the rear bumper with swing out is about 170.
Okay, yeah.
But stock bumper with the hitch is like 80. So like an 80-pound net gain.
Yeah.
I don't know if I use net gain correctly, but
I think sounds about right.
gain.
Yeah. Sliders, all the armor, that's another probably 152.
Yeah, so bumper, sliders, skids, front bumper.
Don't forget the aftermarket tires.
Yeah.
It's got to be 80 pounds a
Tires.
piece versus the stock ones, which are probably 30.
They're pretty heavy. I think these were 60 pounds a piece.
Woo.
Surprisingly light for the size.
That is for 295s, because I think
Yeah.
my 285s, different brand, but I think they're like 62, 63.
Yeah,
So.
like I had 255s on here, and they were the same exact weight. The Cooper ST Max. So that was part of why I picked these super light, super cheap too, relatively speaking.
Where did you get your truck weight? Because I want to do that to mine. I'm
didn't.
curious.
That's why I said rough guesstimation.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
I made a list of all my aftermarket stuff, and I went to the manufacturer website and pulled the weights, and then just added it all up. So roughly speaking, 1,100 pounds over stock.
I might try to hit up one of the local dumps and just drive on the scale.
Because I'm very curious. I want to see it go over that 5K mark.
With that, see if I can get my gas mileage in the negative range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
12 and a half.
Considering everything that's done to it, and this is a 13-year-old truck now, that's probably higher than I would have guessed, like 11.
Yeah, it's not terrible. One of my recent tanks got 14 and a half. It's crazy, and that's accounting for the tire size increase.
Now, when you drive, do you have a light or a heavy foot?
Pretty light, because if I have a heavy foot, I don't go any faster. I just
that's the problem. I mean, they got no pickup and go, whether you're flooring it or just...
Exactly.
Like when I drive, I rarely go over 2,000 RPMs. I try to keep it... I'm getting probably about 16 and a half on mine, so that's pretty good. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I still got to add, you know, some more weight, but
yeah,
I can live with it.
No, that's pretty
Nobody
good.
gets into Tacoma expecting commuter gas mileage, you know?
If they do, they're mistaken.
Yeah.
This is not the trust.
Same people complaining about, you know, the trunk space in a Corvette or whatever, so...
Yeah, exactly.
And of course, you got the giant Mobtown sticker. Now, they gave you that for free for being the non-official Mobtown spokesman.
Exactly.
Right here in the flesh.
Joe texted me one time and asked me if I wanted to become a Mobtown Offroad ambassador, to which I, of course, responded yes. And he said, that's cool, but now we got to put the sticker on your side. I got more excited because
I love stickers.
I think the stickers look super
It looks
cool.
great, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like tacky or anything.
No, it's nice, tasteful. It goes with the black and white theme.
Yeah, perfect.
And I just think it looks cool. And I think I really like Joe, the company. I go there it's like an hour and a half away, but I go there like once a month.
Yeah.
Hang out at the shop, help them out around there, you know.
Yeah, you're always on Tacoma World saying anyone need, you know, I can pick up something, I'm there,
I bring back parts for people all the time, save them on shipping.
Even more.
So,
that's awesome.
It's a good
deal.
Gig. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
It's fun.
I got to get out to Mobtown sometime and check it out.
You haven't been there yet?
Not yet, yeah.
Yeah, very cool. They got a 2-post lift there, and he lets me use it too.
To work on stuff?
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's cool. It's not supposed to. For like his
just don't hurt yourself.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's why.
It's because
just be smart.
Yeah. Yeah. And we used it because I got the cam tab gussets up front, so we did that there, and slider or skid plate install on the lift.
Yeah, it's so much easier than when you're trying to like bench press it off your chest while laying on the ground and trying to, you know, it's a pain.
Like 2 of us there, just hold it up, both of them real quick.
5 minutes.
Easy day.
Pain in the butt by itself. I took my skids off earlier today, and even taking them off, it's a pain. So
yeah,
yep, very cool.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Minus a couple little things here and there, but they're not.
There's always something else to add, so we'll probably have to do an updated video in like 2 weeks.
Probably. But if anybody has any questions, I'll be in the comments. I'll have Bogey pin me up top.
Yeah.
And so I'll be very responsive.
And I'll put your info. You're on Instagram. What is that? Forlow
Pro.
I'll put his Instagram and a link to the lair on Tacoma World, which
my build thread.
Every now and then I'll pop in there, and I always regret it when I do because then I'll get notifications from the lair for the rest of the day, and it blocks out all the other notifications. So I'm like, oh man.
Yeah,
it's very active.
That's the nice way.
A lot going on in there.
Very active.
Not
very
all of it. Not all of it legal, but
yeah. a little shady.
All of it fun.
Very fun.
Very cool. All right. Well, thanks so much for coming out. Let me film your truck. I love it.
Yeah, I had a great time.
Tons of inspiration here. Can't wait to see it. We got to get wheeling sometime. You know, see it in action.
Yeah. Yeah, agreed.
I know the last time you went wheeling, you said you banged your front mirror.
Utterly destroyed.
And you got a new one now?
I got a new one. I got an aftermarket one.
It happens.
I wouldn't recommend buying the one I bought. It was like $25. I think the brand is TYC. Fits great. Awesome. Driving on the highway, the glass vibrates around. It's not.
You can hear it or see it?
No, you just see it.
Oh, okay.
It's still very usable. For the price, I would do it again, just because I might risk breaking it again.
Yeah.
But if it was like a one-off thing, I'd probably go with OEM, even though they're like $150.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're ridiculous.
Yeah, but they're nice.
Yeah,
so.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Fun stuff. All right, well, thanks so much, buddy.
Yep, you're welcome.
All right, everyone, that does it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I had a ton of fun meeting Eat Sleep Tacos in the flesh, going over his truck. As you can see, he's got tons of stuff going on. Comment below on what you like best about his truck, and if there's anything from his truck that gives you inspiration to do something to yours. If this is your first time stopping by, please consider subscribing. Help me grow the channel by sharing it with your friends and family on social media. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I will see you in the next video.